do. With jogging quick feet, the idea is that we'll set a cadence. You can do 4s, you can do 6s, you can do 8s, depending upon the amount of space and how long you've been working on this form. So I'll show it to you coming straight on to begin with. Jogging quick feet is a drill we're working on proprioception and balance, shoulder position in the foot, and strike and cadence of the hip and torso. So with this jogging quick feet, we'll go 4 for this example, for the purpose of the example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll move forward and back with that. So again, I'll show it to you from a lateral position so you can see the foot. Knee is up and down, striking on the ball of the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Next are reverse jogging quick feet. So it's the same deal, but we'll turn backwards. Be on the ball of your feet, slight bend in the hips. Make sure you're on the padded portion of your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So we'll show that again. Again, we're on the balls of the feet. The hips are slightly bent, so it's encouraged us to be balanced on the balls of the feet in the padded portion. Think of it like you're pushing backwards. Same as if we're going forward, we're pushing forward. So we'll sit it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. We have a set of bounds. So we'll bound through this. To short push, 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 push. Good. Again. So I'll show it to you from the side. Push, push, push. Really driving that hip, driving the waist. And we'll go forward, skips, skip, skip, and really force the hip as the leg lands and attacks the ground. So we can skip backwards. We'll turn the back to this camera. Push, 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 push. On the balls of the foot. Good. Again, we'll show it to you from a lateral position, from sideways. We'll push, push, push. So we have forward skips and back skips. And back hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. We'll bring the feet forward and back. We'll show it to you from the side. Forward and back hops. Keep the abs engaged. Use the hips to generate the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The elbows should drive and be in sync with the hips, pulling them forward and back together. Front and back hops. Look at lunges. Forward lunges. So it's important that we keep the collarbone ahead of our hip or pelvis bone. We're going to lunge with a forward lunge. Lunging. So we'll lunge out, go forward, and then we'll lunge forward. Take it forward and lunge. Good. We'll bring it back towards the camera now. So again, a lunge is a forward position that there's always a slight diagonal with the torso ahead of the upper torso or chest ahead of the hips. So we'll drive like so, and we'll lunge out. Make sure we have knee over ankle, and we'll step forward. Lunge, go knee over ankle. Good. We'll show it, demonstrate once more. We like to step so that the knee is aligned about with the inner portion of the armpit, and we'll step just like so, go down, drive straight ahead, come directly into the next lunge. We have step back lunges. With step back lunges, they're very similar to forward lunges. We're going to step back into the camera, drop the leg back. The goal still is to have the foot knee over ankle, and we'll come back and step directly into the next lunge. Good. So we'll show it from the front position. Collarbone still slightly ahead of the hips. We'll step it back and come out of it. Good. Step back and come out of it. It's important many a times, if we have to start out, we can touch the knee in this step back lunge. Be sure not to create force with the foot behind you as you're stepping back. The goal is not to have this foot be load bearing, but to have it go to the ground and get a good stretch in the hip and drive back out of the heel. Step back lunges. Next we have forward and back runs. So we can run forward and backwards in this. The key to running is we refer to it as with a touch, is the way I define it. So you can use a cone for this drill. You can use a spot on the floor, basketball, volleyball. Use spots on predetermined spots on the floor. The key is to work on the hip position. As we change directions, our center of gravity is to rise and lower. So we're going to run forward like so. We'll run forward, touch our spot, and we're down. Drive back out of it, keeping the hips down, and then we'll touch the spot behind us just like so. We'll go down and touch it, then we'll run back. We'll touch this one, keep the shoulders down, run it back. Let's run forward and back out of that. Front and back runs. So back pedals or back steps. So with this back pedal or back step, I think you can think of it like you're kind of kicking back and down. So we're always driving the hip through. So we'll kick back and down. So we're always driving the hip through. So recommended to do 1 to 4 sets of the step backs, and then we'll go into back pedal. So we can do a step back pedal or a step back, and we'll walk it back, and then we'll increase speed as you get more comfortable with this exercise. So next, so to demonstrate again from the side, we'll be here, sit it down, push, 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 always driving the hip. You can pretend to activist as if there's a chair behind you, and you're always trying to get to that chair and sit down in that chair. So we can take that backwards, just like so, run it, and then you can also go forward out of it, which we'll show later. This is one of my favorites. We'll be working skaters. A skater looks just like when we were in our roller skates or ice skates. We're going to skate at a diagonal, and we'll skate to the side, bend the leg here. The power is in the hip, and then the quad and the knee, so through the quad and the hamstring. And we'll drive to the side, again, landing down flat. And we have skaters moving forward with those skaters. So again, the skater is at a diagonal. We'll work side to side, just like so. Skate, skate, push off that leg, push off the leg. It's important that we push the hip to the side more than driving the hip up. So again, in this skater, we want to have the waist stay as close to its natural lowest position as possible. So we'll skate from side to side with the hip down, down. And we can move this forward, or you can do that in place. Again, reverse skaters are very similar to forward skaters. We'll be down in a bent position, forcing out the leg, working side to side. Just like so, this time we'll use our abs, core, and hips and drive ourselves backwards. Again, reverse skaters. Reverse skaters. Keep the hips low. We'll transition, very little height in the hip. Let's work the hips side to side. As in our sport, we're changing sides and working for a block or working for a keel. We want to work in a straight line and work up out of it. And also be able to work forward from this position, work up and out of it. Good.